Hey, you, friends, family, and strangers. I would like to tell you a story. Something that I found while digging through the D-Nation toy chest. I found some footage that further proves what I've been saying for the last 6 years, that when I lived down on my property, before I sold it and moved to the apartment, I was cursed. The land I lived on was cursed. Nothing went right. No matter what I tried, even when I wasn't trying anything at all, stuff would just go wrong. All the time. Sometimes it felt like daily. But anyways, when it comes to mowing that damn grass, I have been through the ringer. And I thought this footage might entertain you. So, let's get right into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and... Hang on! It's me, Doug. Look at this fucking yard. It needs chopped up. So, got me a zero turn. Quick issue, though. All mine does is this. Makes a cool fart sound effect, eh? Let's take the choke off a little bit. Huh. Just like my girlfriend, whether you choke her or not. Damn it. It doesn't matter what you do with the little pull pins on the back of each one of the fucking trannies. It don't roll either. I purchased a $3,000 driveway decoration. And guess what? Due to the power of getting pissed and calling and bitching, it's getting picked back up tomorrow, except I'm not going to be here, so I guess I got to set up my driveway camera because I want to see how in the hell you get in my driveway without clipping those power lines right there, because they hang low like my nuts. And I want to know how you get a wannabe lawnmower onto a box truck that does not run and does not roll. You're a loser. See you later, sweet Toro. Sorry I let you down. I couldn't figure out how to get you to catch. Sorry I'm not a mechanic, but for the $3,000 I paid, didn't think I needed to be one. Alright, look. There's only one way to push by hand a lawnmower, and that is to disengage the transmission. On the back of almost every free American lawnmower, there's pull pins in the back. You pull that sumbitch out to disengage the tranny, push her back in to engage it. Okay? Or, once in a while, it's the other way around. Push it back in to disengage, pull that sumbitch all the way out to engage the transmission. So when the transmission's not gauged up, you can push it. Like if it runs out of gas in your yard and you're broke as a fucking joke, change is strange, stack is whack, and your money is funny, and you ain't getting gas until next week. You got a whole corner of the yard that's gonna have to fucking grow. You might need to pull that pin, push it back up into the barn, because you're out of gas for the week until your check comes in. Child support. Okay? That's that. Well, I'm gonna show you the video right now. When I was at work, mopping the floors at the peep show down the road, doing my job, giving back to America, the sumbitches rolled up with their big old Enterprise truck, and they rolled it right up onto the platform, no problem. The best thing about going and picking up lawnmowers that won't start is the freedom to enjoy the open road. Beep, beep. Oh shit, it's the school bus. We better hurry up. You know I'm not allowed around any kids. Oh, that's all right, Randy. We'll be done in no time. But he said that he can't back up the mower, can't turn it on, he can't even roll it. Well, that's because he's a fucking moron.
Shoo-boop-a-doo-doo-bop-a-doo. I love my job. Just put the little flapper down. 1, 2, 3. Boom! There it goes down. Let me flip it. That's just right here. Pow! Randy, you coming out? Hang on, Billy. 1 second. I'm putting my pecker back in my pants. Yep. Oh, damn, this mower's hard to fucking roll. All I gotta do is hit this one little switch that no one knew about, and we wouldn't tell him on the phone what it was, and he couldn't find it online anywhere, no matter how much research he did. But apparently I'm a fucking genius. Here it is. You want me to come over there and help you push it? Oh, I got it. Damn, this is a lot of mower. I gotta put my back into it. Come on, Billy, you got it. Beep, beep, beep. I'll push it from behind if you got it in. Oh, why, thank you, Randy. No problem, Billy. Oh, doop, 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 doop. Oh, yep, I got it. Almost got it all the way in. Yep. All right, let's get the fuck on out of here. Our fancy as hell little elevator door there. All right, I'll go ahead and turn left here. If I was here, I'd have run out there and been like, hey, son bitch, how the fuck did you do that? There wasn't no way in hell my dumb ass was able to do that. This guy shows up like the fucking wizard of mowers and gets it done in 2 seconds. So now what I'm waiting on is my refund to come back onto my card so I can go buy one that ain't a piece of fucking shit. Well, as you saw, the lawnmower got picked up this week on Monday, and here we are this week on Friday, and I still ain't got my refund. I wonder why that is. It was supposed to just jump back onto the debit card as soon as they received it back in the silly little store, which is exactly what I was told when I called them on Tuesday this week. So here I am, 11 days later, to tell you why you don't buy a zero turn from Home Depot. You want to know why? One, the one you're looking at and picked out, they're going to order it from a different store and have it sent to your shit. When you get it, it ain't going to start. When you call them and complain, they're going to pretend that it came from their store, okay? And they're going to come pick it up the following Monday. They're going to tell you when you call them on Tuesday that they've received it and that they will go ahead and initiate your refund, which will go back on your debit cards. Then ain't shit gonna happen clear through the week, and then on Friday morning you're gonna start to scratch your balls and go, I wonder why I'm not allowed to have my money back. So you're gonna call your bank, and your bank's gonna say, we have zero order in place for your refund. Therefore, your problem still exists with the merchant, not with us, numbnuts. Then you're going to call Home Depot back on Friday, today, and they're going to say, oh, that lawnmower, first of all, it never came from this location. It came from another location. So when you were standing in front of us and you placed the order, that's all we did was place the order, just like you can do online yourself. And we'll put it into the system, and then it'll come from the store that has two of them instead of the only one left in stock, which is the one you thought you were getting. And if we would have given you the one that you thought you were getting, it might have worked, because what they'll do is when they'll find you the one that you think you're getting from the other store, they'll make sure they pick out the one that will not start once it's at your house, and it will resemble a $3,000 driveway decoration. Then they'll tell you, we have no idea why that previous person you talked to would have told you that they've received it and that they're going to initiate the refund. We could have absolutely cared the fuck less whether you got your refund or not, and you're just waiting on your money so you can buy a lawnmower that actually does work, so you can cut your fucking grass, and the Joneses will be happy that you're trying to keep up with them. Therefore, here's what we're going to do. We're going to call the store where your mower actually came from, and we'll call you back. And then when they call you back, guys, here's what they're going to say. They're going to say, oh yeah, so if you show up back here in person with the same debit card that was used for the original transaction, then we'll promise you for the second time to initiate your refund at that point. At least that's what happened to me. If I would have literally never called about asking where my money is, I would have never received my refund. Home Depot will fuck you, bitch tits, if you put the pieces of the puzzle together and you realize they're gonna fuck you unless you tell them they're not allowed to fuck you. You know what, guys? It would be so nice to be able to mow my grass. I got an official piece of paper now that says this time your refund is for real. Was never once offered an apology. So the official result on this experiment is fuck Home Depot, because Home Depot will fuck you. Went on Lowe's.com smorgasbord. They, of course, won't deliver anytime specific. Their delivery results said, we'll deliver whenever the fuck we want to, and we don't give a shit. So, had to go down to one of these here local dealers, had to wake up early on a Saturday, which is bullshit, because of course they're only open between fuck you and fuck you 30. Ugh. But the guy tricked me into buying a big old yellow Cub Cadet motherfucker. That ended up being about $700 more than I was about to spend at Lowe's, but that's what this whole country's about, taking advantage of somebody in a pickle. I don't know if you can tell by the reflection on the refrigerator behind me, but I am buck naked right now. And that's exactly how I plan to mow my yard on Tuesday after they drop the shit off. Now, I'm going to ask you the same thing that was asked to me a couple days ago. Which one do you think's going to look better broke down out in the front yard? That Toro or this new Cub Cadet? Hopefully neither, jackass. It's time for the ultimate test. You ready? Remember what the last one did when I turned this key? Let's see what this one does. Ready? This here is a badass mower, and they even offer really good advice right there on my keys. Look, they're letting you know, keep your children's and your lover inside. Otherwise, you're going to catch a charge when you run over them. You don't want mohicular manslaughter, you know what I mean? I mowed the grass about 4 times with it last season. Put her away, fired it up about once every 3 weeks during the winter to put some love through the lines. Then the summer kicked back up here, and I mowed with this biatch once and a half times. And in the middle of mowing, the blades went, and now they don't work at all, the blades. So basically I have a $4,000 go-kart.
The problem with that is the grass is still growing. And yes, I have been push mowing that bitch. Push mowing that bitch. Push mowing that bitch. When I called, the mofos that I dropped $4,000 into their business to buy this hunk of turd, they decided not to give me a single clue as to when they might come pick this up, service it under warranty, and bring it back. I was this close from telling them to eat shit when they finally did call, but you know, I got a streak of good luck today. And I thought, what the hell? Come on, guys. Give you one last chance. And I don't feel like replacing this switch, which I'm pretty sure that's what it is, according to my research. So while I'm at work tomorrow, hopefully no one steals this, because I have to leave the keys in it too. So I'm pretty sure when it comes to mowing, I am cursed. But if it took them 3 weeks to even let me know that they might pick it up, then I'm guessing it's going to take about 3 months before they actually fix it and bring the shit back. So, who knows? There's only one conclusion. I am cursed. I could do a whole series only about my piece of property and how cursed I am and how nothing goes right. Or let me rephrase that. How nothing has gone right. Not once so far. It's been about 5 years. Waiting on one thing to go right when it comes to the property. Do you think it'll still be there when I get home? If it's not, that means they picked it up and they're servicing it, and I'll probably get it back in about 8 months. Or someone stole it. It's only been about 2 weeks I finally heard back from them. They said, "Hey, can we drop that mower back off to you?" They didn't say nothing about a charge, but joke's on me because they left a note on the fucking thing about a charge. I got something they can charge right here. Here she is in all her fucking glory. I ain't tested it yet, so let's hope the damn blades come on this time. They said it was a PTO switch, which means it's a little toggle pusher thing that electrificates the blades on and stuff. Hell, I figured it was that, but I didn't have a diametric tester to see the different terminals to see if there was cognitivity through the switch or not. So I said, fuck it, you guys come and get it. Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna go mow the grass now, finally. I originally thought this story had 4 main chapters, but in putting it together, I saw actually there's a 5th chapter, and that is that I gave up the property, as you know, as you've been watching, and moved to an apartment, as you've been watching. So what happened to the mower? You may have already watched what happened to the mower. To conclude this story, I should actually say what happened to the mower at the very end of this weird tale. And that is, my scumbag realtor saw the lawnmower, the yellow Cub Cadet, in the garage and offered some money for it, but he wouldn't tell me how much. He later texted me and said he would knock $1,000 off the $500 off the broker fee and $500 off his fee. I could tell from a mile away that was deceptive because he didn't indicate at all what his overall fee would be. So what's $500 off each side going to do if you don't even know what the part you are paying is. See what I'm saying? That's like someone saying, hey, you should buy this because I'm giving you 20 bucks off. 20 bucks off of what is the question. So I said, well, we'll definitely consider that. A couple weeks later, I said, you can come get the mower. We'll just go with 1,000 because I needed that mower to get out of there, and I knew I wasn't going to get walking cash for it, but I thought we'll see what he has to say at the end. I already knew that I was kind of screwed once I told him to come get it, because what would happen? I would say, because of our verbal agreement, your fee's too high, you should knock more off, and then like the seller can't close, rather the buyer and I can't close on time. So I kind of knew that I was going to get screwed on the mower. But think about it, this was a culmination of getting screwed every fucking day for 6 years. I was ready to bend over and take my last screw job. So I said, come get the mower, and as you saw from watching, it took him like 2 weeks to finally get it. As you know, my realtor has been telling me every couple days or so that he is coming soon, now, right now, today, for my riding lawnmower that he is purchasing. He has told me a few times, sorry about that, on my way now. And he said the same thing yesterday. And guess what? That is still a falsity. Still a complete and total falsehood. I have officially decided at this point to stop the every other day back and forth text attempts to get this man to come get his mower. I've officially decided to stop concerning myself with tying up this man's loose end. Well, my realtor indicated yesterday that he would be here in the morning to get the lawnmower. He's also indicated about 17 times prior to that he would be here at a certain time and day to get the lawnmower. And I'm talking about separate individual attempts. Okay, let's see if this time it actually happened. Wow. I am blown away. Finally. I didn't know I would ever see this moment. Finally, the lawnmower is gone. That was literally like the 17th, 18th time he said, on this specific day and time, I'm coming to get it. And then I would just never hear anything. So I would eventually go, okay, the door's still unlocked if you still want that mower. And he would go, oh, okay, well, I'll be there tomorrow at this time. And then he would never come, again and again and again. And lastly, when it comes to that damn lawnmower in that damn yard, my realtor charged me over $15,000 for selling my property, even though he and his lack of performance was absolutely horrendous. Let's say that I paid him for what little work he actually did do. There's no way I would have, if someone would have said, this is exactly what he will do, and this is the problems he will provide, how much would you pay for that? It wouldn't have been no 15 grand, but what are you gonna do? The biggest and main reason why I went ahead and said, okay, run it. Take the mower. I'll pay that ridiculous price tag, is because I was beyond ready to get out of this deal. I wanted to be done with the property. I was beyond at my wit's end, and my realtor knew that and cashed in on it, and it worked. But if you think of all things considered, it was worth it for me on that day to say, fuck it, let me put this behind me. When you want to put something behind you more than anything, and you can't think of anything else. You can't hold a thought in your head. That's just what you obsess over night and day. You want it so bad. You want to be done so bad. You start getting desperate. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And 2025, for me, this experience, if you looked up desperate times call for desperate measures, you would have saw my face on Wikipedia, because I was a living, walking victim of that. And that's the last thing to say about this story. Therefore, it is time to pack up this camp, piss on this fire, and head back to the wee old apartment. Okay? If you want to help me out, you'll spread my shit all around the world by promoting my videos and my website, DougAloneNation.com. If you want to contact me directly, then you ought to by emailing dc@DougAloneNation.com. I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. like always, 7 days a week, no matter what. So, see you again tomorrow morning. But until then, please don't be like my lawnmower, like my yard, and like my realtor, a fucking douche.